Welcome to my channel. My next request is from Robin, and Robin writes, "A song I cried to." And the name of the singer is Julien Baker, and the name of the song is Go Home. So we're going to dive right into that. But before we do that, I have to thank you for coming here and just for being who you are, for being such wonderful people. I'm so looking forward to meeting some of you dears in New York in October. I can't wait. It's going to be such a joy for me. I hope it is for you too. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that makes sense and is relevant. And I used to put the link for the reaction request form, but I don't now because I've closed off requests. The reason I've done that is because I have over 3,700 in my queue. You hammered me with over 2,000 requests in the last month. 1,000 of them were, in my opinion, bogus. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs requested by one person. That to me is abuse. Don't do that. I have users on my channel, viewers, who've been with me a long time who asked for one song, and they're waiting patiently to hear their song. It might be Robin, might be one of them. I don't know. Maybe Robin's done more than one, but it could be her. And it's just not fair to them for you to flood the request form with requests. Be a decent person, okay? That's all I can say. I hope you understand. So, this is Julien Baker, and that's Julien with an E. And it started up, so I have to stop it. It's de rigueur now. Okay. Julien Baker, Go Home.
The side of the road in a ditch. When you find me, I wanna go home. I'm sick, there's more whiskey than blood in my veins, more tar than air in my lungs. The strung out call I make burn down the edge of the highway. I'm sorry for asking, but please come and take me home. I quit talking again. I know you're still listening. I see your fast sleep. I pierce my skin. Needles to the worn out rags, the folds of my arms, the sickening black. And I haven't been taking my meds. Lock all the cabinets, send me to bed. So know you're still worried. I'm gonna get scared, 'cause I'm alone again, and I don't like the things I see. And I haven't been taking my meds. So lock all the cabinets and send me to bed. 'Cause I know you're still worried.
Verse 23, here's what he said. He said, this man Christ was handed over to you by God's set purpose and foreknowledge. And you, with the help of wicked men, put him to death by nailing him to a cross. Because he was a slain man of God, perfect, innocent, blood that was shed. Peter goes on to say now, he sits on the bench as a judge. It's the very thing that Peter emphasizes in that famous verse 23. Here's what he said. He said, this man Christ was handed over to you by God's set purpose and foreknowledge. And you, with the help of wicked men, put him to death by nailing him to a cross. Because he was a slain man of God, perfect, innocent, blood that was shed. Peter goes on to say now, he sits on the bench as a judge. He was always a judge. He is now a judge.
Okay, once again, we have an artist who doesn't articulate well. And so it's really hard for me. At first, I thought she was actually singing a foreign language. And then I started to pick up some of the words as I got adjusted to her voice. And I realized that she said, I have more whiskey in my veins than blood. And something about a wreck. I'm going to have to go look up the lyrics to find out what she's saying. Her voice is haunting. And maybe that's because of the song, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the reason was for including the what I would call a scratchy radio broadcast of some church thing in there. I don't know if that applies to the lyrics or not because I don't know what she sang, other than she apparently was in a bad wreck. I don't know if she died or not, you know, the character in the song. It just, I can't say if I liked it or not because I don't know what she sang about. But I can see why you would cry. Because if you know the words and you know more than what I know, it's probably a very sad song. You know, especially when we're young, but not only when we're young. Some old people do it too. But especially when we're young, we make foolish choices. We make choices that have life-altering effects on us. And we don't realize that they will until they do, and then it's too late to change. And that's because we didn't think it through. And you just have to be cautious about doing things and think them through carefully before you start. Because once you start, you may not be able to return to the starting point. I pray that all of my viewers will make wise choices in their lives and that they will be protected by God throughout. And I pray the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet out.